Welcome back to the Grand Solar Minimum channel. All kinds of issues tonight, folks. We apologize for starting the broadcast late. First, it was the mic issue. Then it was actually our software actually broadcasting what we were trying to stream. And Mari actually has been having issues with the website off and on today. Therefore, that is why we are not broadcasting from our website. Now, it is up and running at this time, but we are continuing to work on that to make it the best possible experience as we can for you. But bear with us, folks. We are trying to fix all of this as fast as possible. Now, Mari was looking over some analytics and other things like that, and I think it's obvious that this channel is suffering some kind of, I wouldn't say an attack, but we have definitely have noticed an uptick in issues with social media accounts, stuff like that. And we feel as if we've hit a nerve big time. So we do apologize for any inconvenience. If you do happen to visit the website and it takes a little bit of time to open up, it seems it's been crashed a few times. We've noticed, probably ever since Valentina Zarkova's paper has come out, we have seen an increased attempts at hacking into our website, our Twitter accounts. The YouTube channel thus far doesn't seem to be affected, but a lot of other social media accounts that are connected to this channel have been affected. So again, we are definitely hitting a nerve somewhere. Just the other night, we had a video, Mari, well put together. Nothing extreme or dangerous about the video. It was just an update. And for some reason, the monetization on the video, and that is, for those of you who are new, the kind of ads that play in front of these videos, was limited for some reason. We've been doing this for 3 years, and we know the kind of language that Google, YouTube does not want you using in videos. Nothing scaremongering or, you know, anything with dangerous words in the titles can trigger to even shutting the monetization off, period. So we've experienced, for no reason, a bunch of attacks at this channel. The only thing that we could think of when we saw the last time we got attacked for the ads was that the view counts took off in a short period of time. My favorite one, you listeners out here who catch these broadcasts live, we want to thank you. You guys are very loyal. The views shoot way up in the first hour, and it's almost like after hour 2 it hits a wall, as if someone just pulls the plug and the lights go out. So again, those of you who catch this broadcast within the next hour or two from when we go live, 9 p.m., thank you. You guys are really the strength of this channel, and you are helping pushing our message by sharing these links on your social media accounts, because we don't think it gets very far after a certain amount of time on being uploaded on the platform that we're on right now. Guys, I gotta be honest with you. It's nerve-wracking to have to sit here and do a broadcast and be careful about words that I say because of certain filters that are in place that will flag videos. And it's just, to me, it's a little nerve-wracking. And Mari and I have worked very hard on this channel. A lot of hours, especially by Mari. I can't stress enough. For Mari, this is full-time for her, on top of taking care of the kids and her job as well. What she does is what people that work 50 hours can't accomplish on this channel. And I'm not bragging because she's my soon-to-be bride. I'm bragging because she really works hard, and she vets everything that we put up. And I know all of you know this, and along with the people that we follow as well. When we make claims, we post articles with links and peer-reviewed and raw data that goes along with it. So when I sit here and witness our channel, our website, our social media accounts being attacked by some kind of entity that doesn't like what we're saying, Basically, what it really means is that this entity doesn't like the truth that's coming out, because everything that we do on this channel is verifiable. All right, let's get to some solar wind here, guys. Space weather news here at Grand Solar Minimum. Our solar wind speeds are sitting at 463.9 kilometers per second with a density of 3.6. Our sun is blank, just as we mentioned earlier in our solar update. This is now 7 days in a row, 139 days without sunspots. That's 66% of the year now. The TCI, and by the way, guys, this awesome little graphic here, I was playing with this earlier. Before I get into anything else, Earth is entering a stream of debris from the giant comet Swift-Tuttle, source of the annual Perseid meteor shower. Forecasters expect the shower to peak August 12th through the 13th, with many fireballs slicing through the light of a nearly full moon. Can you guys imagine how beautiful this is going to be in our skies between August 12th and August 13th? Now, the exciting news is that we've literally reported fireballs every night over the USA here, and it's not even August. So a little article here on spaceweather.com, check it out. But imagine that, full moon, meteor shower, and if you live somewhere that's nowhere near city lights, oh my God, sounds like heaven to me. All right, our TCI is coming in a little bit colder. The last time we broadcasted, we were talking about 2.8. Now we are sitting at a 2.61. Our record cold, of course, was 2009 of February, came in at 2.05. So we are approaching space age records here for cold in our upper atmosphere. Now, taking a look at our solar wind speeds are a little bit on the uptick here. KP indices also lifting up a little bit, sitting at a 3. We've got 3 major coronal holes to monitor right now. One is now Earth-facing. Even though the KP indices are rising, we still aren't seeing any kind of activity as far as solar wind speed going up too much more. Here is our current Earth-facing coronal hole, which we should see the effects of that here in the next day or two as it's turning away from Earth. And then we have this double impact that could affect the northern and southern part regions of our magnetic field. So not really specifically a direct hit. Actually, the southern one is probably going to be more of an effect than the northern coronal hole here. And other than that, guys, looking at the entire big picture here, rolling through, Earth facing, and on the eastern limb, some bright activity going on in the southern region of the equatorial region here on the -90. Other than that, this could be a very blank sun for a very long time, as right now we are about to enter in a little bit of space weather for solar wind speeds increasing. KP indices could rise to geomagnetic storm levels later next week. So we will keep our eyes on that. I'm sorry, late this week, early next week. So we will keep monitoring the situation. Also, I could only assume with the upcoming activity heading our way, we should be under a quake watch in the next 72 hours as well, 6.5 or higher. More likely region, of course, I'm no prediction guy, but every time we see space weather like this, we always seem to get an explosion in a volcano or a decent-sized earthquake that does affect land in some way. All right, so let's go ahead and move into some of the weather headlines for tonight. And there's not a lot to talk about weather-wise. Thankfully, I look at the local radar and I see a lot to talk about, but apparently mainstream media doesn't want to mention anything. So we will start here at Ice Age Now, of course, Robert Felix's site. At 6 a.m. of July 30th, the village of Cherusti, thermometers showed above zero here. It's 3.1 degrees Celsius. This is the lowest temperature ever observed in the Moscow region to this date. Prior to this, the coldest July 30th was 3.9 degrees Celsius. In Moscow, the lowest temperature was at 24 kilometers of the Moscow Ring Road, where the temperature dropped to 5.2 degrees Celsius. And the actual link for this is right here. If you click on it, it will be in Russian. So I just thought it was easier to read what Mr. Felix had put out. Link will be in the description at a later date. And record cold here for Minneapolis. That's right, folks, Minnesota. It is the middle of summer. It felt like fall in northern Minnesota this morning. A new daily low temperature record was set in International Falls, where the mercury dipped to 37 degrees, breaking the 38-degree record set back in 1898. Typically, low temperatures at International Falls, which sits along the Minnesota-Canadian border, hover around the mid-50s this time of year. Temperatures in the area don't typically reach the 30s until late September, early October. In the Twin Cities, temperatures were cool Tuesday morning, but not record-breaking. Tuesday's highs are expected to be below average in the mid-70s, despite sunny skies. Couple things to talk about. So, yes, it's on the very border of Canada and the United States, so that's about as far north as you can get here in the U.S. without being Canada. I get that. 37 degrees in a spot that doesn't normally see the 30s until late September. It's only one area. I get that. It's only one area. But it also, again, this is one of my concerns for this year's crops. Early freezes. Now, 37 degrees is nothing to worry about. That's not freezing. Obviously, it's just one isolated area in the very far northern part of our United States. But the problem with that temperature reading, even for mid-July, temperatures usually hover around the lower 50s, okay, at that point. Not the 30s. So is this the beginning of what we are fearing as far as what kind of temperatures we're going to see coming up in September and October? And, you know, I discussed the crop loss issue back in June with a friend from Ohio, and he lives in an area that's very rural, lots of farmland, and his reply to me was, we'll be fine, we'll have an Indian summer, we'll get that late summer heat, it'll heat up late, boom, summer will be here, and, you know, everything will be just fine. I hope so. I really, really, really hope so. I hope he's right. Because that is what is usually we expect in the summertime in Southwest Ohio. If we have a late start, we usually sustain through September and early October. I remember 80-degree October days in Southwest Ohio. It's happened. But the part of our solar cycle that we're going through right now has never happened in any of our lifetimes. So that's what concerns me, is that when will that well of good luck finally run out? When we always expect it to happen and then it doesn't happen. It'll be too late at that point. So hopefully he watches this channel now. I don't know, maybe not. Weather, incredible temperature drop, dumping off snow forecast. A cold snap is about to hit the country. This is the Southern Alps. Cooler temperatures come at a recent spell of warmer than average weather and will bring heavy snow to the mountains and the ranges of the South Island. Actually, this is New Zealand. According to Weather Watch, daytime temperatures in South Island will drop by 4 Celsius to 9 Celsius in the weekend early next week, while those in the North Island will notice a snap on Thursday and Friday with days that are 3 to 6 degrees Celsius cooler. The Southern Alps will get a dump of heavy snow with more than a meter expected, but most main centers will escape relatively snow-free apart from the possibility of flurries in Queenstown. Rain or sleet more likely for other parts of the South. Rain possible on the West Coast. The rain coming in Westland has prompted severe weather watch from the Met Service over Sunday and Monday as the trough and front hit the southwest of the South Island. The cold spell is not expected to last too long. However, with temperatures warming up a bit across the country towards the end of the coming week into next weekend, this was according to News Hub. I believe this is a news organization out of New Zealand. So just reporting on the cold weather that's upcoming in that region as well. Folks, don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Do you like this show? Give us a thumbs up. Want to support us more? Share to your favorite social media platform, buy a t-shirt, or become a Patreon. All links are in the description below.